Hi there guys, my name is Samuel and today we shall be taking a look at the set 70424 Ghost Train Express, which contains 698 pieces, 6 minifigures for £70, $80 and €80 at full retail value. And sorry, I said that really fast, but that is what it is. So just to recap, it's £70, $80 and €80 at full retail value, 698 pieces and 6 minifigures. And it is sad to see these sets getting so much cheaper just because of it's not doing well, but hey, that's what it is. So let's jump into the minifigure category of this review, then we will take a look at the actual build. So first up with the minifigures, we have Jack Davis, JB Watt and Parker L. Jackson, and as you can see, these are pretty awesome looking minifigures. So first off with Jack, it's basically one of the same ones you've already seen, and let's remove their headpieces and I'll quickly show you their phones. But there you can see their body printing, which I think they look great. Parker has all like the logos, which I think are really cool, and then same with like JB over there, which I think looks really cool. Then if I quickly get these phones here, you can see what the phones look like. I think they look pretty awesome. The detail on these is absolutely amazing. If we can focus in on that one, I think that is definitely pretty awesome. I do like that piece. That is what it is. Then here we have JB's piece, which phone, which I think is really cool. Then here you can see their logos, which I think are great, especially these two. These have got like the most detail. They can see all like their prints and everything. There you can see Jack and their faces, so they look all really happy here, which is pretty good. So they're all like really happy or chipper, as some would say in that one. And then here we have these like other expressions where JB's a bit like, why did that happen? Parker's a bit like, what is going on? Seriously, why? And Jack just doesn't look pleased. So yeah, there you can see some like sports references there. And yeah, those are the main heroes of this set. Technically there are two more. Spencer does not come in this, or El Fuego, aka I've completely forgot his name. Oh my. Anyway, yeah, so we've got pretty much all the main figures, and let's jump into the civilian slash ghost. Then here are the minifigures. The one on the left is called Paul. Then you've got Chuck in the middle and Miss Santos on the right hand side. So first taking a look at Paul. And yeah, here you can see him. I think he looks a pretty cool minifigure. Looking at his detail, he has this banana and then a bit of a I can't remember the name of the jacket, but he has those jackets, which I think are pretty awesome there. Then here you can see the train conductor, which I think he looks great. And then here we can see the what would you call her, the assistant, the well, technically mostly another train conductor, maybe a staff member. Like I'm not really sure what else you would do on a train. Maybe the ticket officer potentially. Yep, so there you can see that, which I think is really awesome, and that's fallen somewhere. So there you can see those minifigures. I think they're great. Sort of reminds me of the airline ones, but different, which obviously is a good thing. And if I quickly center that, there you can see them. And yeah, their face prints look really good. And then looking at the back, they look awesome, pretty awesome. Yeah, there you can see all that printing. I think it is definitely great. And yeah, those are those minifigures. Then here you can see them after they've been possessed. And yes, Paul does have another face here. You can see he looks very slightly concerned. His eyebrows are all the way up in his head. And then there you can see the ghosts, which I think the whole element about like the ghosts taking the figures over is great. So there you can see the back of his head printing there of Chuck's. Then having a look at her one there, you can see that again. They're basically all the same. It doesn't like matter about any of, well, yeah, they're just the same. That's really the only way to put it. Then if we remove his beard, which there you can see, he is basically one of the classic heads, which I think is okay. If I quickly put my hand there, you can see their detailing. And yeah, those are those two minifigures, which I think are really awesome. And overall, the figures in this set are great. Starting off with the build, I want to quickly show it all like connected. So here you can see the train, which I think it looks really awesome. Apologies for that noise. But yeah, there you can see the whole train. So what we'll do, we'll quickly show you over here first. So what you do with this, if you want to unplug the train, you basically do it there. And I'll show that build in a minute. But then if we come all the way down here, there's this like ramp. And what it does, it helps you align the train, which is so good. So then if I move it all the way up here, you can then see then action. So what you do, you basically do that and you literally just run the train off it. I've got to move some of the figures over, but then yeah, the idea is that you can move the train off of it, which is pretty cool, and it works absolutely like a charm. It's really easy to use, which is great. So then it just means you can put it on with ease, and younger kids would be able to do it a lot better. So first, starting off with the build, all the way down here you can see this like little build for the train. So this is basically the part that it stops at. As you can see, that looks pretty awesome back there. Yeah, I think that looks really cool. The build done pretty well, I have to admit. It's one of those things that doesn't necessarily need to be absolutely amazing. Like, they easily could not have done it amazing, but they did. There you can see all the track pieces, which is cool. So then you get quite a few. You get 5. You get 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sorry, you get 4. Yep, 5, technically, if you include that one. And then here you can see the actual build, which is cool. You have a bin here, and then you've got the chairs there, which is cool. And you've got quite a lot of space. So if you wanted to play with it or whatever you wanted to do, what I personally do, I kind of just sit Paul here on the shelf, and then Jack can kind of just hit here, waiting for the train. Why, little does he know, Parker's already on the case of JB. And there you can see these window stickers, which I think are pretty awesome. And apologies, I don't know why it keeps going yellow. That was an issue with one of my other videos. Like, oh, this is a really old one that I kind of just forget exists. Best for that. But then yeah, here you can see that. I think that looks really cool. This bin, I think, is pretty cool. We like the recycling logo. It's good that they're putting that like message there. Then here you can see this, which is really cool, just the way they've done it. And yeah, it's quite a unique thing. So then quickly, if I pop off the track, which I can show you it from that side, that looks pretty awesome. And then if I quickly just pop off this side without trying to knock over so much on my desk, here you can see this, which I think looks great. The steps are actually pretty perfect in my opinion. They can kind of just go up, which is pretty cool. So yeah, there you can see that. Then on the inside here, you've got this like, wow, apologies, now the camera's getting shaky, I'm not really sure what's going on there. And then here we have this ticket booth, which is actually pretty awesome. Wow, I literally could have unclipped it. Wow. Yeah, I forgot about that, my apologies. So then there you can see some ghost things, and then yeah, there's not really much else in here. So that is kind of that. The door opens. It would have been good if they had like a little counter or something, but hey, that's not what they did. They didn't do that, but that is fine. So here you can see that, and also there is a clock over here, which is great. Then the roof looks pretty great too. Then the logo for Newbury Station, I think that looks really cool. And then if we zoom out, we can then kind of have a look at this piece of track if you're interested. That's just basically where it goes, which is pretty cool. My apologies, I completely forgot about that. I could have unclipped it, but then hey, that is what it is. So then what you do with this Newbury thing, when it gets haunted, you basically just flip it and a face gets revealed. You then pull this and you do that, and then you do that up. So these basically go up, that one goes out and that goes up, and it kind of reveals this face. And the idea is that that's what the scratch marks there are there for. But yeah, that is basically what that does. I think it's a really neat feature, the fact that they've managed to do that without compromising any of it. And yeah, that is basically what it is. And if you don't know how these train pieces work, then simply just pop them all back in, and that is what it does. So that is pretty awesome. And now let's take a look at the train. Starting off with the train, here you can see this side, which this is basically, if you're looking at it from the front, the right hand side, and as you can see, it has the 30877 sticker here, which I'm not exactly sure that is. I'm going to school what set number that is on Brickset in a minute, see what that is. So then here you can actually see the side. It has these stickers panels, which overall I just think this is a really well done train. As you can see, it has just quite a lot of details, and yeah, it's kind of what the side looks like. You've got the bottom part, you've got that railing, then you've got this grey handle which totally doesn't do anything. Then moving around the train, I'll show you the front in a minute. You've then got this panel which again, that does nothing, and apologies, that is a bit crooked. There we go. There you can see that, the railing, that, and just all the same details. So you can see that pipe is a pretty good use, I've got to admit. Then taking a look at the back of the train, I think it looks really nice, to be honest. I think it's good that they haven't like made it look too bad. It's a bit random coloured, but it is fine. It still works really well, and it's kind of makes it unique, which is pretty awesome. There you can see these pieces. They add these quite a lot in just to fill out the underneath of the trains. But yeah, those are the wheels that connect with that track. And now we actually take a look at the front. Here you can see this, which I think looks awesome. It has one of the hooks, so if you wanted to make maybe a snowplow or something like that, then yeah, here you can see this, which I think this looks pretty awesome focusing in on the windows, you can see they're meant to be like cracked or something of that style. And yeah, then what also you can do is open this door, and this is where our buddy old Chuck is standing, driving the train, which I think looks really cool. And you can pop off the roof, which I will show you this. So here you can see that feature and some things that you can put a minifigure on if you wish to have like a Toy Story style train chase, maybe perhaps. There you can see Chuck, and then if we have a look on the interior, it has all these like gauges and stuff, which I think is pretty awesome. It has a switch and just all the gauges, and it looks absolutely amazing. And then what you quite simply do, you put him in, you can sit him down. I think potentially maybe what they suggest, but one, you wouldn't be able to oversee, and two, it wouldn't look as well. There you can see that's to kind of guide what you do. But then now obviously you want to see the main feature. So function number one, you basically press that forward and it opens the trunk of it, like yeah, opens it like a mouth, which is really cool. Those are the eyes. And then the last feature, you basically use it up here. Apologies, not really sure where that dust has come from. And then what you do, if we focus the camera, you kind of just move it forward and the wings come out. So yeah, that is what the train looks like. It's kind of like a possessed, I'm not really sure what I would call it, but yeah, it gets sort of possessed, and that's what it does. And then you can put it back by moving it back, which that, well, actually has gone down for the first time. But sometimes it does get stuck, so please be careful with that. When I say stuck, I mean it doesn't always go back down, but then yeah, that's kind of what these are for. And then there you can see that sort of the interior, and then there's a bit more of the interior here. But yeah, that is the train, the actual like head of the train, which is pretty awesome. Then here you can see like the lab area of JB's, which I think is pretty awesome. And if I grab her minifigure, you can see that she goes there. And yeah, I think this does look pretty awesome. So if we take a look at this here, you can see Miss Santos in her ghost tire version, which I think is pretty cool that they have this like test tube, so she can do some like data analysis, which is kind of crazy because remember, this is a moving train and they go generally like around 100 miles per hour, and think she's just meant to be casually standing there, which she's gonna have some serious headaches after that. But yeah, there you can see that. I think it's pretty cool. So you can't pop off that, which yeah, that is fine though, because I'll show you why. There you can see the top looks pretty awesome. Then also we have the turnstile disc, which I think is pretty awesome. You have the grey, the blue, the yellow, the coral on that. So the grey is kind of the neutral color, and there you can see that. If I quickly just take that off, there you can see that. Here you can see these computer screens, which I think that is great. Yeah, you got the radar and the alarm, so maybe this is kind of like when someone's coming in. Sorry, that is white. I don't know why I saw that as grey. My apologies. I don't know what I was looking at. Wow, my apologies, guys. I completely don't know what happened there. But yeah, here you can see this, which is pretty awesome. There is a switch there, a nozzle. Sort of reminds me of like the Han Solo Carbonite when they're reading his I think this is just to make sure like they're okay and their functions and everything, their status is okay. And here you can see that. And yeah, so what you basically can do is pull this off, and yeah, that is this. And to dust it, you do have to like remove all 6. But yeah, there you can see that, which I think is awesome. It's just on that base plate and you pop it down. So yeah, that is that carriage, which I think is really awesome. Taking a look, well, one day it'll just slide in how it should do. Here you can see the cannon with Parker, which I think is pretty great. I got to admit, here we got some ghost ghoul marks, which is pretty awesome, some splatters. Then we got this empty front one. Then we've got this one that says something that I cannot read. I literally don't know what that says. My apologies. There you can see the bottom of that. And the bottom of that. It's basically the same, so I will show you that first, as I've already mentioned it. But yeah, you do have to dust them all to get under there perfectly. And again, it's on the same size base plate, which is so awesome that they've done it like that, because then it kind of means you get your own base plate. You can just build what you want on it, which is really cool. Here you got this gun, which I think is great. And then here you can see the ghost cannon, like a proton shooter or something like that, which looks really awesome. And yeah, I really like the look of this. I think it works really well, and yeah, it's a pretty good cannon, I got to admit. And yeah, I don't know, it just looks really cool. And then we got a jumper stud, of course. That's like a jumper plate, sorry, with the studs are half like the 50% stud and 50% smooth tile. But then there you can put her there, and wow, apologies, I nearly looked over the camera. Sorry, I don't know, it just happens with that. Then what you do, so you can't open it here, and then if you put it down here on like the side, so if it's been unloaded, what you can do, you basically, if I put the camera back down, which is quickly just move the camera back down. What we can do, you then just open it. There's nothing keeping it in place. You can simply just open it. Sometimes I do put like the extra hairpiece of the lady in here. What was her name? Miss Santos. But yeah, that is what it is in there. And yeah, you can see the yellow part to make sure it stays in. But yeah, that is, I believe, the whole set, which is kind of insane to think about. So there we have this set, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Overall, I think this is an amazing set. Like, personally, I remember Hidden Side originally, I was like, yeah, I don't care. But I knew I liked the sets, but I was like, no, I cannot collect them. But then I kind of just collected them. I thought, I saw him in our production videos because he got them early, and I was like, wow, these are amazing. Then Just Do Goods and stuff like that. And yeah, overall, I think this is an absolutely amazing set. So yeah, I definitely would recommend this, guys, especially for like £48, like as I've seen it. And I think Brick set here, I'm just looking off to the side, yeah, they got it like some places listed at 48 and then 43 if you want it second hand for that £5 cheaper. But yeah, overall it's such an amazing set. And yeah, I really enjoyed this video, guys, this set. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. That's what I meant to say. And until tomorrow's video, guys, bye for now.